I would say, as a young child or someone into adolescence or someone who might be in the middle stages of their life, also someone who's healthy into the older stages of their life, you can find your meaning in your life at any point of time in your life. It does not mean that you just have to be a child growing up and then you find some meaning and then work on that meaning. You'll find your meaning in your life at any stage, provided you have the capability to get into a meditative state, maybe for around 15 minutes in the morning, afternoon and night, with a dedicated purpose of finding your purpose in life. Once you're able to meditate with the universal force, with gratitude for what the universal force is doing in your life, for gratitude for everything that is given free in your life, which I've already mentioned before: the air that you breathe, the water, the wind, the seasons, the food that is on your plate, which is coming through different seasons, the glaciers, the seas, the life forms which sustain us, the gravitational force, the wind, the energies of life all around us. Once you start to begin to be grateful for such energies, you're getting in resonance with the force of the universe. You're getting in resonance with the force which sustains all life within our earth. And once you have that kind of mindset and you get into meditation with the universal force, with gratitude for what you already have, you will start to find your purpose in the earth. You will start to find your skill sets which are very unique to you, which you can contribute to the purpose of new life on earth, new life for your children and their future generations. You will no longer concentrate on your small life on earth, which is a speck of dust in the time span of eternity. You will start to focus on what you can do for your future generations, because in turn you will have a time span in the eternity of time. Your life will be one with the eternity of time. When I say that your life should have meaning for future generations, it does not mean the future of your family or your children only. It should be a concern for the world as a whole. Your contribution should be a concern for the world as a whole, and your contribution to the society, to your place where you live in, to your contribution to the world which you live in, thinking in terms of the future generations, thinking in terms of the future of the planet. Once you have that kind of mindset, only then will you have a contribution in the time span of eternity. Otherwise, if you're just concentrating on your family and the future of your own children, it means that you're concentrating on yourself. Your family and your children and your loved ones is a part of yourself. You should make that clear distinction. If you're contributing to the cause of replenishing the earth, if you're contributing to the cause of the future of our planet, the future generations of our planet, if you're working in sync with the life-giving energies of the planet which sustains all life on earth and within our universal system, if you're contributing to the energies of our earth and the universe which we live in, if you want the universal energies to help your life, to bless your life, stop focusing on yourself, your children and their future only. It can be a part. You can be concerned of your family and your children. That's very important. But if you want to contribute yourself to the time span of eternity, it must not just be your family. It must be a contribution to the future of our earth, to the future of unborn generations, to the future of the unborn children of the world, to the future of the small children as of now within our earth. So once you have that focus of contributing towards the time span of eternity, towards the future of our universe, to the future of each life which will evolve on earth, to the future of our children which will evolve into the future, then you have true meaning in your life. Then your life is one with the time span of the universe. You're no longer concentrating on your body or your immediate family's well-being. You're contributing to the goodness of the future of our world. And thereby you have registered yourself. You've registered your life in terms of the time span of eternity. You have meaning of your life in the time span of eternity. You've foregone your small animal mindset, which focused only on your body or your surroundings or the people which are most important in your life. You've foregone that kind of animal mindset, and you have come into the mindset of the godly creation of the universe, of the godly force. And once you have come into that mindset, your life has true meaning in the eternity of the universe, in the eternity of time. You're no longer a speck of dust which comes and goes, which is just focused on its body during its lifespan or the loved ones within its lifespan. You're more focused on the time span of eternity, and you have a place in the time span of eternity. You're blessed in the eternal lifespan of our universe, in the eternal intelligence of our universe, which sustains everything on an earth as of now, which has sustained the life of our former generations, which will sustain the life of our future generations. Let's replenish our earth. As a human on this planet, we are always thinking about our life through our bodies. As a human on this planet, we think our life is our body, which means that right from childhood, you're doing everything for your body. You're conditioned your mind to do everything for your body. Most importantly, we have lost the vision and the real purpose of our body on earth. More importantly than our body, it's our soul which is important in terms of the universal energies which sustain life. When you're referring to the body, I would say your body is just a vehicle in your time with eternity. In your time with the eternity of the universe, your body is just a vehicle. As I mentioned before, everyone has a limited time span, which is a minute dust in the eternity of the universe. Everyone's life, if you just look into the body, the life of the body, right from its birth to the death, would be a minute speck in the dust of the universe. Millions, as I mentioned before, have come before us. Millions are today, millions in future. All of us will turn dust at some point of time. For the very short span which we have on earth, we are completely concentrating on our bodies. Instead, what we must do and what we must focus our mind on is the creative mindset of the Almighty, which has given us the ability to use our bodies and our minds for constructive purposes in tune with the life-giving force of the universe, the life-giving force of the earth. When you're concentrating only on your body, you're just like any other animal. We are just like any other animal. Every animal is only interested in what it can receive in terms of food. As we have evolved in humans, we might want more things, but essentially our mindset is same with the animal. The animal wants food because of its limited resources of its mind. The human wants more things than food because it's completely focused on its body or the family or the society, but it's mostly focused on itself. Today we have the knowledge that we are one with the eternal mind of the universe if we are able to dwell on the creative energies of the universe. Let us get away from being only focused on our bodies. Our bodies are important as a vehicle to work for the goodness of our universe, to work for the creative solutions of our universe, to work for the betterment of the future generations and the unborn generations. Today, let's not use our bodies to destroy the future generations, to destroy the life of the future generations, because your life on earth for the limited span in history is not about yourself. It's also for your children, their life, their unborn children into the future of the earth. So today, let us understand that, and let us make a time stamp into the eternity of the universe, a contribution of each of our lives to the eternity of our universe, to the eternity of our world, to the eternity of our story, of our lives. Not just by focusing on our body, but making our body a conducive, positive creation for the limited time span, for the purpose of working for the universal energies which sustain all life on the planet. And let's make our story not just a temporary phenomena. Let's not make our story of our lives a minute dust in the eternity of a time by just focusing on ourselves. Let's make our stories on earth, let's make our lives on earth more purposeful and make it one in resonance with the eternity. We have a timestamp on eternity. We are one with the eternity of the universe. Once we focus on our souls being one with the creative powers of the universe, which sustains all life for our future generations, for our children, their unborn, and for the time span of the earth into the future, we will be doing the most important service to ourselves. We will have a purpose, a clear purpose towards our lives. Otherwise, if you're just focusing on our bodies or our needs only, we are just a very temporary speck in the time span of the universe. Let's make our life more meaningful in the eternity of our universe. Let's make our lives one with eternity. Let's replenish our earth. Now, when I say that you will have to do things for your future generations than concentrating on yourself, it does not mean that you're doing only social service. You can be in any field. You can be in the most lowest field, maybe as a cook. But if you contribute to your cooking in the best way possible by purchasing the best organic food which is nourishing, not just for you but also for people whom you serve, you're contributing to future generations and yourself. If you're running any kind of business or corporates which are running the biggest of business on earth, once you have your mindset on providing the best products which is conducive to the life forms on earth, which is conducive to the life which sustains all life on earth, which is conducive to the energy which sustains every living being on earth. Once you give the products which are healthy to the life systems of the body, once corporate starts to focus on their products, it is not just food products, it can be construction, it can be any kind of product. But the ultimate end should be, the product should be one with the creative energies of the universe, with the energies which sustains all life. That should be your basic foundation of any product that you produce. Then you are not just being successful on an individual level during a life, you're also successful within the time span of eternity, because you're contributing towards future generations. Be it a politician, be it ministers, be it the prime minister, be it the president. Once you give the right kind of decisions to people in resonance with the universal force which sustains all life on earth, once your decisions are based on a mindset of creative energies which sustains all life through creativity, which is the essence of our mind which is one with the universal force of creation, which differentiates us from all other species of life. Once we make decisions which is conducive with the force of life, with the universal force which gives all life to all beings on earth, then our decisions are the right decisions. Our decisions will be a time span in the time stamp, in the mark in eternity. We will have a presence registered in the time span of eternity, because you're not just doing things for yourself. You're doing things so that unborn generations into the future would thank you. Unborn generations into the future will praise what you've done, because it influences their lives for the better. And as long as we do not concentrate on our lives just for the temporary span of our human bodies, or the temporary span of our worldly pleasures or worldly things which we acquire, once we start to do things for the future generations, for the future of our planet, in conducive to the universal forces which sustain all life, we will mark our presence in the history of time. When I say you're doing something for the future generations, when I say that your life on earth should be a life for the future of your children and their unborn, and the future of our planet, it does not mean that you sacrifice anything. In turn, what it means that you enjoy your life and you start to build your life based on your belief and your purpose in life, which would be a life which will help your future generations. It will be a life lived which is not extremely selfish. It will be a life lived which is not carnal. It will be a life which does not resemble other animals. It will be a life which is one with the creative energies of the universe, with the energy of the creation of the universe, with the energy of the life form and the energy of the life which sustains all life on earth. And you can enjoy that life in whatever field which you're in. Be it a student, you like what you study and you excel in what you study, keeping a focus on what you can contribute, not just for yourself but for the future. As a student, once you have that mindset from a young age, it's not about yourself but what you can contribute towards the society and the future in the most healthiest of ways. You're going to be successful. If you're going to concentrate just on yourself, it is bound to be a failure in life. Because as I said, when you're concentrating yourself, you're trying to gain resources just for yourself. And it should be in the form of money. And once you make money as your master, money takes control of your life as a young student or whatever it is when you're growing up. And it will destroy you because you're completely focused on yourself. And that's the best recipe for a completely ruinous life. So the best thing and the best option and the very wisest option is not to just concentrate in your life. Make a life which will be meaningful to your unborn children, to the future. Contribute things in the most purposeful way and enjoy what you do. Because the godly force does not want you to suffer and do things, because it just does not work. If you suffer and do anything, or if you are in a strain and do things, it will not be the best resources which the godly force has given you. The godly force wants you to like what you do, enjoy what you do. When I say enjoy what you do, it does not mean enjoy in the worldly sense. It means that every cell in your body and the neurons within your brain is engaged in the purpose of what you're doing, which means studying. If you're studying any particular subject, you like physics, or you like any other subject, your entire mindset and your entire being is one with what you're studying, and you like what you do. And once you're involved with it, you will give the best. That's across any field, be it the scientist, be it the best of corporate managers, be the best of the ministers and presidents in the world. Once they're completely focused with the mind, body and soul in what they do, they will do the best. And once your mind, soul, and soul is focused on what is the best for the future generations, you will be the most successful person, not just in this life. You will have a mark in the time span of eternity, because you're no longer focused on your body, which is a temporary speck of dust in the time span of history. You're more focused on your soul, which marks its presence in the time span of eternity. You'll be contributing the future of humanity, to the future of our planet, to the future of the universe. Let's replenish our earth.